Thank you very much for coming to my evening demonstration. My name is Christina McGold, and I'm a holistic healthcare practitioner with the Anatara Group, which is an integrative holistic medical clinic in town in California and Van Ness, across the street from Whole Foods. And I have another office, another business I run called Dietary Institute in Healing Arts. And I'm a Whole Foods chef, a nutritionist, a massage therapist, a yoga teacher, and I teach 13 different subjects between three massage schools. I teach anatomy and kinesiology and physiology and nutrition and some different massage stuff. I work with kids with autism. I work with senior citizens. But mostly I try to inspire people to take better care of themselves. And I think by taking better care of yourself starts with how you feed yourself. And how you feed yourself starts with alkalizing your body. So you don't get sick when your body is alkaline. When you are acidic with your pH, you get sick. So eating this way will keep you healthy. So Hippocrates says use your food as medicine, and I believe it starts with that. So for my own personal practice, I do a whole foods diet with a lot of greens. You can see we're going to be working with a lot of different greens and a lot of whole unprocessed foods. And it's fun, and it's easy, and it's delicious, and I'm going to show you how quick you can make really delicious stuff for yourself. And you're going to be able to taste everything, which is really fun. Some of this is going to get a little bit loud, because the blender is a little bit loud, and the juicer is a little bit loud. But besides that, you can fire off questions at me whenever you want. Does anybody have questions to start? Did you get to look at your recipes and what we're getting into? We're going to do
a question. Alkalizing the what exactly does that mean?
It's the pH of your body. So at Walgreens you can buy pH strips, and you can just put them on your tongue or on your teardrops. Teardrops and tongue is the best way to test for pH. And they have a scale on it that tells you when you're acidic and when you're alkaline. But when you're alkaline, you don't get sick. And this type of therapy can cure. And prevent most diseases, including cancer, HIV, diabetes, a lot of the stuff that people get very sick with in America today. And I think America is in a health crisis. People are taking very good care of themselves. They eat on the run. And I've been working in my field for 20 years. 20 years of business this year. I started when I was 19. So, thank you. Yeah, and I love doing this kind of stuff. It's really fun to inspire people to take better care of themselves, and to actually let people taste like what this really good food tastes like. So I'm going to make some stuff creamy, and we're going to make it creamy with cashews instead of milk. And raw cashews, once you roast nuts, it turns from the good fat to the bad fat. So I use raw nuts, not roasted nuts. And cashews have a high content of good fat in them, and they make everything creamy. It's like pouring cream into a soup. So we're going to make a cream-based soup that's going to have no cream in it. And this will give you energy all day long. So we're going to start with some of these first two recipes I've published all over the place, but this first one's called Throw Yourself on the Ground. It's very good for your liver, your kidneys. It's an intestinal cleanser. Beet juice is very high in vitamins and minerals. Cleanses your blood. In this juice, you're going to consume more fruits and veggies than some people do in the course of an entire week. The American Cancer Society recommends a seemingly daunting 9 servings of fruits and vegetables, and this recipe fulfills the recommended daily serving in 1 glass. So 1 glass of this, and you get all your fruits and veggies. We're going with carrots, lemon, parsley, cucumber, beets, red pepper, celery, ginger, garlic, sea salt, pepper, black seed oil. So I juice, and then I add in spices to make it interesting and delicious. So not just the raw juice. Normally when you go to a juicing place, they just juice and give it to you that way. But I actually use salt and pepper and flax. And sometimes I even get a little bit wild and put in vinegar, but instead of vinegar, you can also use lemon. You basically just want something to brighten it up. So a fruity vinegar, like apple cider vinegar, or any light fruity vinegar, or lemon. Apple cider vinegar is, you make plum vinegar, are the only vinegars on the market that will alkalize your system. And the lemons seem like they're acidic, they are metabolized in your system as an alkalizer. So that our whole goal here is to alkalize your system, boost your immune system, and then give you instant energy. So,
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Is it possible to over-alkalize your body?
No. And the easiest way to alkalize your body, if you're not just something juicy and whatnot, is just to add in 2 servings of greens a day. Leafy greens. If you eat greens, 2 servings of leafy greens a day, or as many as you can eat, that will alkalize your body. And then there's another little trick. Shiitake and maitake mushrooms are natural antibiotics, as is garlic and onion. So those are other ways when you feel like you're getting sick. You want to keep the sick to use those 2 and nothing more than 3 times a day. So we're going to start with the juicing, and this is where it gets exciting and a little bit loud. And I cut everything up. It's, cooking show style. At your house, this might go slightly slower because you have to wash and cut and cook everything. But I brought everything fresh and organic from Whole Foods just this morning, and I hand-picked everything that looks the best. So you're getting top quality. So, does everybody want to taste?
Sure.
Okay. Nobody that doesn't want to. Okay, so I'm going to make a bunch. I'm going to go with 4 times. I'm going to go with 4 times the recipe and see how that goes. So, I like to use the Juice Man Junior. I got this at Macy's. We're gonna raffle off a yoga mat and a juicer today. So somebody gets a juicer and somebody gets a yoga mat. These at Macy's are a very good price, and this is perfect for your home. I'm also using a Vitamix, which is an industrial type blender. This will make raw vegetables into hot soup in 4 minutes. It'll also make a margarita in 4 seconds. It's a good investment. You can get them right from the company for very inexpensive. But if you buy them new, they're about $750. All right, so we're going to go with our hard vegetables first. So I'm going to start with the carrots and beets and kind of go down the line. Here we go. Takes about 7 pounds of carrots to make 1 pint of juice. So you see how many vegetables I have here. Takes a lot more than you think it's going to take. And if I was getting wild, I also bake. But like I could use what's come out here to make carrot cake, or as a base as a veggie broth. So I would stick it all in like cheesecloth, and then stick it in water, and boil it, and then take it all out, and it would make a really good veggie broth. If I didn't want to throw all this away, because I think it's wasteful to throw that kind of away. It's the fiber, and you can use it for other stuff. But I did try to make a soup once where I just put it in a pot and boiled it all up, and it was completely disgusting. It's really got to be put in a cheesecloth and taken back out. The broth is good, but having just all those little fiber bits, it just gets caught in your teeth unsightly. Kind of gross. Pretty that is, though. Okay, there's our carrots. Next we go with our beets. Rejected. Every once in a while it gets skunked up, you gotta clean it up or you can see it. Alright, next we're going with parsley. Just have to cram in there. Next we're going with ginger. The last part's over. Now we have our juice, and we season. This is my favorite brand, flaxseed oil, Barlene. They make it and ship it fresh to Whole Foods everywhere all the time. So, it's fatty acid. Omega-3. Helps with brain safety.
You got little spoon?
Oh, you got like, I need a big one.
You want any little spoon?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to Himalayan sea salt, which is a salt that's highest in minerals. Got 72 minerals for your body, way better than table salt. Iodized salt actually leaches minerals from your system. And then I got a fancy pepper. I got a organic smoked peppercorns, which we're going to fresh fry. And then we're going to stir. And then if I can have somebody pour this out and serve it out, I'll make, my next recipe is going to be really fast. It's an apple ginger lemonade. Most lemonade has a lot of sugar in it. It's all lemon and water and sugar. So Fuji apples are very naturally sweet. So if you use apples instead of water and sugar, you get a sugar-free lemonade. And ginger boosts your metabolism. Ginger boosts your immune system. It's really good for fighting off colds. Good to heat and warm the body in the wintertime.
Want me to rinse it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to make sure everybody can tell me.
So Anna,
Yeah?
the next class starts soon. Should we just whoever wants to can stay for the next one? Okay, we'll just do that. So there's room for
Yeah, there's really room
more people. Okay.
Okay.
Woo! Wow. I like it. It's got a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's kind of like Bloody Mary kind of.
I'll bring it to
Here you go.
you. Lovely.
We're good. Okay. Well, here's one for you.
So this is my version of like a P8, right? And Colleen was just laughing and saying it would probably also be good with a shot of vodka in it. Healthy Bloody Mary.
Can I put the rest in here and bring it
Yeah.
to the lemonade? Okay. Here, I'll do that.
Yeah. I actually also call this vampira sometimes. I got the inspiration when I was in Mexico and served something called vampira. So this is pretty easy to clean, this juicer. Some juicers have filters that you have to put in, like paper filters. This one just has a little basket, and you can see how fast I rinsed it out, and that's why I like this juicer. I don't like to spend a lot of time cleaning things. Alright, so next up, apple ginger lemonade, which I call my fresh air lemonade. This one's really simple. It's just lemon and apples and ginger. Thank you. Any questions on that one? Apple ginger lemonade up next. Here we go. So whenever we're doing the fruit stuff, we're going to run it on low instead of high. You get more juice out of it that way. You can juice apples, core and all, and you can juice lemons, peel and all. Lemons have most of their nutrition in the peel and the white part. And then the seeds are a natural antibiotic. The juice man to you. Available at Macy's in the basement. Just on the low side. Oranges you have to peel, but you just take the orange part off and leave the white part. But lemons, peel and all. Same with limes.
Sure. And here's your picture.
kitty. It's a kitty.
Hold on. I can make it again. I can make it again.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want to make here now.
So for everybody who just walked in, we are making what I call fresh air lemonade. It's an non-sugar based lemonade. Normally lemonade is just sugar and lemon. So we're using Fuji apples, which are very naturally high in sugar on their own. We're just using apples and ginger and lemon. And lemons can be put through the juicer on the low setting, peel and all. Most of the nutrition is in the peel and the white part here, and the seeds are naturally antibiotic. So this is, and with the ginger, this is really, really good if you're trying to fight off the cold. And kids love this too. I teach preschoolers, and I make this in pictures for preschoolers. Kids really like this. The other one we made with first was kind of like a V8, similar to a V8.
Do you ever add water or ice to water down, or is that not really necessary?
Not necessarily.
No, okay.
Yeah. In the soup that we're going to make next, the third recipe we're going to do is a raw soup, and we're going to put water in that, like hot water. But it'll still be a raw soup because we're not boiling any of the vegetables, so we still get all the natural vitamins, but minerals, and whatnot. So I just went with the apple, and you can see how fast apples oxidize. You see how fast it's turning brown? So juicing is best, you make the juice and you drink it right away. Not to make your juice and put it in the fridge, because the more it oxidizes, it starts losing its nutrition. So you want to basically juice and drink right away, which is what we're doing. So you're getting all the nutritional value. And on soft fruits, we use low setting. Hard vegetables, we use high setting. And I'm using the Juice Man Junior today, which I bought in the basement of Macy's.
Just two more. You want some? Oh, there's the last one.
It's flavor. Oh.
It is. It's got ginger.
You did?
No. No need to. All right. This is pretty spicy too, but let's try it. Apple ginger lemonade. Now, next I'm going to go with a raw soup. In the raw soup, I'm using raw cashews. Some of you were in here already, some of you weren't, but when you roast nuts, it turns from the good fat to the bad fat. So we use raw nuts. Cashews are very high in fat content, so they make everything creamy. This is an industrial blender. This is a vitamin. This will take, I bought it, they sold me on it by telling me I could make a raw carrot ginger soup with cold carrots to a hot steaming soup that's still raw in 4 minutes. And then it'll make a margarita in 4 seconds. So let me get this juicer out of the way. No, I get pretty much, I do my shopping either at Whole Foods or Rainbow Grocery or the farmers markets. And all the, like the Civic Center Farmers Market in particular, does have a nut vendor, and they're in there on Wednesdays and Sundays. So they go with the raw nuts. And both Rainbow and Whole Foods have raw nuts in bulk. And cashews actually grow in California. If you buy them at Safeway or something in a packet, they're very expensive. But to buy them in bulk is very inexpensive. And if I had a lot to carry in, so I wasn't able to do it this time, but often I will actually soak my cashews in water for about 8 hours before I use them. And that softens them up a little, but it's not necessary. It's just extra. Pretty good, right? Really? Yeah.
We have some more.
Alright, so next up we're going to go with a raw soup. This is like lunch. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Sure. You're welcome. Thank you. Now, again, this is loud. So, I'm not going to be able to talk over it, but I can talk after it. So, I've given you all packets that have your recipes. This is the 3rd recipe. Notice I didn't put any amounts because it doesn't matter. You just start throwing in handfuls of stuff and do it all to taste. And really, the top 2 ones as well, I gave you actual measurements. I published these recipes all over the place. So these are tried and true. The green miracle soup, I change it every time, and I just make it to taste. You could use any greens you want. I'm choosing stuff that was in season and was delicious. So if there are any of these greens you don't like, you could change the recipe, the soup yourself. So we're going to put hot water. And luckily we have a hot water dispenser here. If I was at my house, what I would do is just boil water ahead of time.
When you boil the water and use it with the greens, does it destroy any of the enzymes or any of the good stuff?
No.
It stays a raw soup.
Yep, this is still technically raw. Because we're putting so much cold stuff in it that like if I boiled the water on the stove and put the greens in the boiling water, it would then destroy some of the nutritional value. Right. But we're putting hot, like boiling water with a whole bunch of raw stuff, so it's going to keep it below the temperature where the enzymes are destroyed. We're not going to take it above like 90 degrees. So we're not taking it above boiling, and we're not using that much water. So. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So this is just, handful kind of thing. Greens go down a lot. I don't know if you've ever cooked spinach, but if I cook this in a pan, this would come down to probably half of this bowl. It's ridiculous. I was at a restaurant recently and I ordered a side of sauteed spinach, and they're like, "Are you sure? It's going to cost like $10." And like 2 tablespoons. Yeah. I guess, thinking I can get. So I'm going with spinach and kale. And basically we just want enough water to make the blender go. So the blender is not going to go without enough liquid. And enough liquid is about 1/4 of a blender full of liquid. like I was saying, it's really not an exact science. And it depends if you like a thick soup or thin soup. We're going to go somewhere in the middle. Hot water is going to brighten up our greens. I can throw in spices and any herbs I want. Basil is really good in this too. I'm going to put cilantro on the top. I'm going to go with ginger again. Don't have to peel it. Toss it. To make it interesting and brighten it up so it's not all just green, so we're going to throw in some tomatoes just for the time. Get exceptionally wild, maybe some red peppers. So this is going to be mostly green with a little bit of red, so it's probably going to turn out kind of brown. If you want, in the other recipe I put garlic. You could add garlic into this one if you wanted. You're also going to spice this however you want. I'm going with these fancy organic smoked black peppercorns. And again, all of this is just to taste.
You get this peppercorn with that.
Yeah, I get it. I've got everything at the Whole Foods store. Whole Food check. If you want to go, and this is a Himalayan sea salt, which is packed full of minerals. It's got like 72 minerals in for your body. Iodized table salt leaches minerals from your system. This actually puts minerals into your system. If you're feeling sick, you can add apple cider vinegar and a pinch of this to your water and hydrate yourself this way during the day. And it actually tastes pretty good. Yeah. And I'm going to go with my cashews. Again, not exact science. Some.
And that makes it creamy?
Yeah, this is what's going to make it creamy. Believe it or not.
Okay, one more question.
Sure.
Okay, so you're using cashews. I've been trying to do this raw diet for years, and I keep taking calling back and forth. I'm wondering if you're eating nuts like they say in this kind of diet, are you going to be able to lose weight?
Yeah.
Because you've taken out all the other junk food.
Exactly. If you don't eat packaged foods and processed foods, and you keep to lean meat, whole foods, and low carbs, you're still going to lose weight. The raw nuts have a good kind of fat for your body.
Right.
So if you're eating roasted nuts, not so much.
Right.
About 9 almonds is a serving. 9.
Wow.
So yeah, if you're going to eat, a big plate of barbecue and then 5 handfuls of nuts, you're not going to lose weight. But like this way, you're going to lose weight. I'm on a cleanse myself, and I'm eating this way right now, and I just lost 15 pounds in 6 weeks. Which is why I put on my pretty dress. I knew this lady's coming, but I wanted to show off my pretty new figure. And show you that it's possible to just change your diet and make tiny little lifestyle changes, add in a little more exercise, eat a little better, and the weight just drops off.
One more thing.
Sure, yeah, because it's going to get loud.
Yeah. So this will give you enough fuel to then exercise pretty good.
Oh, yeah. You're going to you're going to be like, it's instant energy. It absorbs directly into your bloodstream. This blender in particular takes the molecules down to past mastication, past chewing. So it's instantly absorbed into your bloodstream. Instantly. You can still do this with a regular blender at home. You're just going to have to blend for longer. So this does it really fast. But it's going to get loud for a second. Any more questions before I get loud?
What did you say, soaked cashews? What's the difference of salt versus
Okay, the way that nature preserves nuts, like think about nuts. When they're dried, they preserve forever, right? And when you want to plant them, you soak them and it sprouts them and they become alive. And there's a natural coating around nuts called an enzyme prohibitor. And this is what keeps it preserved for nature. So when you soak the nuts, the enzyme prohibitor is released into the water, and then you dump the water and you don't use the water, with the exception of cashews. So cashews, you can actually use the water, because cashews aren't actually a nut. You can look that up. It's very interesting. But all the other nuts, like almonds and whatnot, you would toss that water. But with cashews, you can use the water. I just didn't have enough arms to carry soaked cashews, and with their water, I came in here with like 6 bags of stuff. It took 3 of us to carry all this. All right, any more questions? All right, here I go. Very loud. It's really not an exact science. And it depends if you... And luckily we have a hot water dispenser here. If I was at my house, what I would do is just boil water ahead of time.
When you boil the water and use it with the greens, does it destroy any of the